welcome to Golden Nova's First Reacts, where I react first to all the things you want to see reacted to first, as long as I'm the first person you come to react to things first. I woke up bright and early and saw that Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization had a couple of interesting cards. Apparently some oldies got some new paint slapped on them. And I'm really excited to see what they've done with Serpent Knight Dragon. It's one of the cooler older normal monsters, and actually had a bit of a stint as a meta threat in speed duels back when I think it was Nightmare Sonic Blast was first introduced, a skill that, like, what, you got to look at the top cards of your deck, take a card, pop a card, depending on a certain amount of things. It was brazy, and it was cool to see this kind of forgotten monster being brought back to the fore. Wish they had done that more often. Both with speed duels and Duel Links, and they might have had a few stints of that one, but I felt like that should have been like the core idea of it. But I'm getting you know, what ifs, wishes, all that kind of stuff. We have actual cards in front of us right now that we get to look at. Let's take a look at retrains of, I believe it's Serpent Knight Dragon and Flame Pegasus. Look, folks, I know you were trying to make a card for junk, but you gotta remake the Flame Cerberus. That's the one you gotta do, not the horse. I'm sure he's happy enough with it though. Okay, first up we have Evil Night Dragon, the Wicked Dragon, or Serpent Knight Dragon. I like Wicked Night Dragon. We should have kept that one. 2350 attack, 2400 defense, level 7 Dark Dragon monster. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You contribute one other dark monster from your hand or field to special summon this card from your hand. And when this card is destroyed by battle, you can target one monster your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard. Then you can special summon this card. Oh, that effect is not the hard once per turn. The hard once per turn is the summon effect. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now, it has to be destroyed by battle for this to work, so effect destruction does get past this. But if you can beat this, as long as there's a monster you can target, it goes away, Serpent Knight Dragon comes back, and there is not a way to get around it otherwise. Oh, that's funny. I don't know if it's good, but it is funny. And if anything, it's a level 7 dark monster that can be special summoned in a certain way. Attributing another dark monster might be a bit too expensive nowadays, but a free level 7 body, you know, I can think of a few decks that love level 7 monsters. And then we have Firewing Pegasus, the Crimson Heavenly Horse, level 6 Fire Beast effect monster. 2250 attack, 1800 defense. You can only special summon this card with its first effect once per turn, and you can only use its second effect once per turn. So basically, these are both soft, not soft. These are both hard once per turns. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, it can attack directly this turn. Okay. Hitting your opponent for 2250 out of nowhere seems pretty, I wouldn't say nutty, but it can steal some games. Second effect, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field as a quick effect, you can inflict damage to them equal to this effect's chain link number times 300, and if you do, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects activated before this effect in the chain. Oh, okay, that's pretty cute. So you can, but it only when a monster effect is activated on the field, though. That's unfortunate. So if they activate a spell card or a trap card that would destroy this, you're out of luck. Unless they activate a monster effect on the field after that. I don't know if there's too many of them that are applicable for this scenario. I know that there are some cards that care about the activation of spells and trap cards. I just forget if they would be on the same chain. It would be like... No, the only one that comes to mind right now is Thunder Dragon Titan, but the thing that triggers that is discarding or activating Thunder monster effects in the hand. And then you'd have to activate Titan in direct response to that one. But those are all monster effects. None of those are spell and traps. So, now granted, you can still chain to Titan's effect with this and survive. That still works. But I can't think of any combos that involve a spell or trap card that would then have a monster effect that triggers it so you could use Firewing Pegasus, the Crimson Heavenly Horse's effect. It's pretty cute. At minimum, you're doing 600 damage with this, which is, you know, a nifty chunk of change. Doesn't give it, like, blanket card effect protection, though. It's only for things on that chain, and only before it, too, but it wouldn't matter if it protected for things that came after it on the chain, because then its effect wouldn't be wouldn't be applied unless they did some kind of weird ruling, but that's all up in the air. These are fun. These are fun little Retrains. I'm glad we've got them. Also, while we're here, we might as well cover something that came out a little while ago. The Claw. They finally gave the Vicious Claw equip spell its own monster. Evil Hero Vicious Claws, an update to the Supreme Darkness Evil Heroes that we're going to be seeing here on the TCG soon. Keep an eye on the channel. I'm beginning the scripting for the Supreme Darkness release roundup coming up soon, so we'll update all of the legacy support cards that have already had videos made of them, so I'll keep you up to date on all the little stuff they can do. As far as Vicious Claws goes, it's a level 7 Dark Fiend monster, 2500 attack and defense. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn, but you can only use the second effect of this card once per duel. First effect, you can target a hero monster on the field, special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and if you do, that monster gains 300 attack. That is a permanent buff and gets you a free monster on board. If a monster you control is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Then if a monster in your graveyard that mentions, or if there is a monster in your graveyard that mentions Dark Fusion, you can destroy a card on the field. So, first off, I'm glad that none of this hero locks you. Or rather, like, locks you in any specific heroes. With how prevalent some of the more powerful hero effects are that apply it, you can't really get around being hero locked. But this works with basically all of them, and you can give yourself basically a free body. Now, that doesn't matter for most things, because when it comes to fusion summoning, you can generally use your hand and field as material. But when it comes to link summoning, you do need to have your monster on the board, so this is a way to get a free level 7 on board. The level really doesn't matter, but it's a free hero monster that you can link into for stuff. And the faster we can get access to, what is it, Infernal Driver, so that we can search out the materials for our fusion summon, the better. And it can also get you things like Wonder Driver to reset your spells and trap cards. Cross Crusader. That's a big one, though. You'll want to pair it with, like, the Destiny hero so you can get the free material on board. And then, of course, the big piercing guy. He always looks like he has, like, a big, like, medical syringe arm cannon thing. The name's escaping me, though. I can't... That one extra hero monster... You know what I'm talking about, though. The big 3-arrow downlink monster that just crushes you. This is a fun little addition to the theme. Not huge. The 300 attack is not going to be clearing much, but like I said, the body is what matters, and then it also has a floating effect if any of your monsters are destroyed by a battle or card effect, so you get a free body back, which is great considering its stat line. You can pop a card if you have any monster that mentions Dark Fusion. For a while I thought it was a fusion monster that mentions Dark Fusion, but no, any monster that mentions Dark Fusion, so almost all the new ones do. So that's a great way to just get some free removal. But if not, you still just get a free body back to help block some stuff, so it gives you some survivability, which I don't think is unwelcome. So, pretty good update. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to a lot of Alliance Insight releases coming out soon as we're getting closer to the release date. It's almost exact when we're getting to the sets. Alliance Insight comes out at the end of the month for the OCG. Supreme Darkness comes out at the end of the month for us in the TCG, so... oh, there's going to be some stuff to talk about. But right now, I want to hear what all of you have to say about these cards. Does Vicious Claws have a more important role to play in evil hero builds than I'm giving it credit for? Does the new Serpent Knight Dragon or Flame Pegasus have some strange synergies with decks that I'm unaware of that actually makes them sleeper hits for the coming format? Let me know down below, and... make sure that you hit that follow button so that you can see the first reacts whenever more Alliance Insight stuff drops. So the next time Konami drops a juicy spoiler, I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Dragon Shield. Get the sleeves as strong as dragon scales and get 5% off your order by using the coupon code GoldenNova at checkout. It was also brought to you by my lovely patrons, including this month's illustrious Quasar Commanders Upstairs Media and the Critic of Innocence, Nebula Navigator's Third Dynasty, 50 Gigabytes, Ada Basilisk, Adam Zajdel, Ancient Wizard, Andrew Newman, Battle Axe, Kane Senpai, Chibi Gohan, Christopher Fuss, Clockswork, Comrade Copperbottom, Eric, Frankie, Garland Chaos, going it/its for the bit/bits, Great Big Pillock, Hair Bear, Happy Majin, Harry the Ominous Benefactor, Iron Zero, Iskander 711, Carp, Marion James E. Picata, Millennia Asta, Muse Clark, Neon Yami Nair, Orozco 09096, Panther J, Bat Boos, Rank 10 Trains, Rebel King Lucifer, Red Eyes Jackalow, RJ the Jank Monarch, Thievery Coast and the Wizard Moose, Cosmic Crusaders Ally Vatnia, Animasta, Baron Von Titty Sprinkles, Beelzephyr, Fish, Beluga Masta, Blitzwolf, Caesar M, Chazghost, Dr. Reaper, RIP, Eva Padilla, Gary Lick Bread, Hike Boyagian, Herbal D, Inblink, Kale the Dragon, Lobomaru 02, Manga Pages, Matt Simmons, McSpoofy, Natiel Lee Alexander, Nitromo, Not Al Gore, Nyx, Obsidian, Rainer Leong, Ryan Kairos, Shizuka Nijimura, Sir Knight JCB, Sophie, apparently, Sphilia, Stephen Williamson, The Legendary Raven, The Phantom Knights of Shitted Pants, The Gene, Tiger X2476, Weasel King of Weaseltown, and Zal Dreka, as well as all the wonderful Starlight Explorers you see on screen now. If you'd like to help me in my journey to cover all of Yu-Gi-Oh's archetypes, get my videos early, be a part of these credits and other awesome perks, it would mean the world to me if you would check out the link to my Patreon in the description, or consider joining as a YouTube member.